One of the big high-profile coaching retirements in the offseason was down at Waco La Vega as the legendary Willie Williams resigned and pretty much gave it to his longtime assistant. Don Hyde is the new head coach of the Waco La Vega Pirates. Been with Coach Williams for a long, long time, so it's going to be about steady as she goes. Here is Matt Stepp's interview with new La Vega coach Don Hyde here on Texas Football Today.
Step Dave Campbell's Texas Football back here at the Lorena 7-on-7 state qualifying tournament. Here with the new head coach of the La Vega Pirates, Coach Don Hyde. Coach, thanks for taking a few minutes to chat with us this morning.
No problem. I enjoy it.
All right, Coach, first off, congratulations on the gig. Obviously, you've been a successful coordinator at La Vega, been there for a while, very familiar with the program, so I'm sure the transition has been smooth, but there's still a lot of work to do as the season gets going. Got to kind of talk about how that transition has been going for you personally and how the kids have adapted.
Just busy. Transition-wise and scheme-wise and all that, not going to be a whole lot of change. Coach Williams, I've been very fortunate. Coach Williams gave me a lot of leeway in some of the stuff we did off-season-wise and football-wise, especially defense. So the only big change is I'm having to spend a little more time looking at the offensive side of the football, which I haven't done in a long time. But that's the biggest part. Nothing real changed as far as stamp-wise. I feel like I had about 33% stamp on it to begin with. So, we're just trying to keep doing what La Vega's always been doing. That's being successful. Keep doing some of the things Coach Williams left behind as his legacy.
From your perspective, you being a defensive guy and you getting kind of work with the offensive guys a little bit more now as head coach, you're kind of, obviously have to give equal time to both. Has that been kind of a little energizing for you as kind of a new challenge and kind of a new thing for you? I don't want to date you, but you've been around a little while, so sure. I would imagine being with the offense kind of gives you a fresh perspective and kind of gets you excited in the morning, doesn't it?
Well, I catch a lot of grief from my defensive assistants who've been with me for a long time. For years they say, all you ever worried about is defense, and now I got to look at both sides. So I catch some grief from them. I catch some grief from Coach Williams. He's still around as AD. He tells me all the time, for 14 years, if we didn't do anything defensively, you're throwing a fit, and now I come out there and y'all not do anything defensively one day. So, the biggest part is just having a role on the offensive side, discussing scheme, and having some input in what we're going to do. And it's been pleasant. I enjoy it. To understand offense, you better be able to coach defense. And so to understand defense, you better be able to coach offense.
Those things go hand in hand, don't they?
Go hand in hand. So it hadn't been that big of an adjustment.
Out here, you guys are out here. You get to watch your kids compete today in a little 7-on-7. It's not real football, but I know there's some positives that you can take from it. And you guys, La Vega's played 7-on-7 in the past, just not in tournaments. From your perspective, why did you want to get the Pirates into a tournament type setting?
Well, we were fortunate enough to have a guy that donated some money to us that allowed us to do the Syntex roofing. I give him a plug right quick.
Of course.
But he took care of us in that regard, and so we're basically out here. We had a quarterback, Jamal Williams, Coach Williams' son, that played 47, 48 games for us, and so we're starting brand new at the quarterback position. So we felt like as many reps we could get throwing and catching the football was going to benefit us in the future. And
it's always positive to have your kids out here working, doing football stuff with their teammates, right? No negatives to that, right?
No doubt.
All right, final question for you. We always try to ask a coach kind of a unique question, kind of give the fans out there insight into a coach's personality. And so what we want to talk to you about today is your first job, first coaching job out of college. Where were you at, and what'd you teach, and kind of what were some of your roles and responsibilities?
My first job out of college was Conley High School, right down the road from La Vega. I was the defensive ends coach. I was the freshman girls basketball coach, and I was the head softball coach.
Okay.
My very first year out.
You were coaching them up in softball?
It was a long time ago. Lynn Williams hired me. I was student taught at Conley. Lynn Williams hired me to coach there, and I'm forever grateful for the opportunity he gave me. And from there, it's just been a long. Well, it's been 25 years. So
I guess working at a small school, though, you had probably a number of jobs, didn't you? Being a young coach, right?
We lined the field with diesel back then, which you can't do anymore. We pulled pipe and put sprinklers out all the time. It was a nonstop deal. Coaching has dramatically changed in the last 25 years. I can tell you that.
But I guess it makes you appreciate things, right? I mean, coming from that and being here today, I'm sure it gives you a new appreciation for a lot of things, doesn't it?
Certainly. I can remember taking home 4 or 5 cassette VHS tapes, and watching film. Now you just do it on the internet, and you draw plays on the internet, and you share them with your kids on the internet. It's certainly a technological age now, and certainly technology has laden football nowadays.
Coach, appreciate your time. Enjoy watching your kids compete today, and appreciate what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas.
There he is, Don Hyde, the new head coach of the La Vega Pirates down there in Waco. Appreciate him taking a little bit of time to chat with Matt Stepp. You know, high expectations per usual.
Always.
And
they've got good players coming back.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be in the hunt. I mean, they're
Yeah.
kind of never not in the hunt.
Right.
You know, enough players, let's see, 5 stars on offense, 6 stars on defense coming back. And, you know, whenever they've got the way you tell a good La Vega team and a La Vega team to worry about is a great defense. And it sounds like they have the makings of potentially a great defense.
They really do have a lot of their leaders back. Jared Rogers at linebacker. Some good
4-year
players.
starter. I mean, that's nuts. So excited to see what they do under new coach Don Hyde. Appreciate him taking some time to chat with Matt Stepp at the Lorena State 7-on-7 qualifying tournament.